Hey, could you grab Bundy?
Yep.
Each one of these people should be set up for a 24-hour hold, rated, and subpoenas.
How do we prove it though?
Prove what? It's a subpoena. These guys.
Oh, sorry, why are we holding them though?
We hold them because we don't want to die when we raid them again.
Are we pushing for raids? Because the only person we can push a raid on right now is probably
we can push a raid on all these individuals. We were in the middle of raiding a 2-time.
Sorry, let me.
Yeah.
I'm just grabbing this gun real quick. Hold on.
Okay. So here's the deal. Miguel has 2 times separate incidents of terrorism pressed against him.
Okay.
We're in the middle of checking his vehicle, and as soon as his vehicle comes up, 2 RPGs fire at not only myself, but also Amber, and targeted at that vehicle, which caused it to explode. That was, I mean, they tried to get rid of some shit.
Yeah.
Secondly, when they knew that raid was coming, there's a reason why they were set up. Now we could say, "Oh, it's Chain Gang; they just wanted to shoot us or whatever," but that doesn't, that doesn't hold up to the smell.
I'm with you, but where's
furthermore?
Okay.
But furthermore, there was a use of explosives and rocket launchers. So when you take, and on top of this, we also got a Michael Simone ping during this time. Now, some of what I've stated can be very much coincidental, but those core pieces of evidence being the attempted destruction of evidence, the explosives, it behooves us to do our due diligence and get those subpoenas to find out if Miguel coordinated with these individuals, and furthermore, they need to be in a hold so we can raid, so they do not try to kill us again in the middle of the raid.
I'm with you though, but who are we pushing a raid on? Everybody, you said?
Every single individual.
Okay. And what property we're pushing a raid on? Their local
all
properties?
Their properties. Yeah, every single one. Now, as we're writing this warrant, I do agree that we may come to some questions of maybe not this property or maybe not that property. But that's a conversation to have as we're writing it, as they're sitting in jail.
Okay, then let's hold them. Let's go.
Yeah. Also, right. Chief, Brian, tell him about the fucking car. It's apparent. It's completely fucked.
Then I fucked up by sending a win up there. Then is what you're saying?
Yeah, 100%. In fact, there's nothing stopping you from putting him on a hold right this second.
I can go hold him then. I'll go up there.
I'm gonna be. I don't know. I'm torn on this one, honestly, because it's gonna take us a while to get all the phone records and everything that we need.
Do you think we need the records to file the subpoena? I feel like the moment.
Wait! I got a solution here.
Or sorry, for the raid warrants.
I got a solution here. We can just ask Miguel. He's still on bail. He should comply with us with how the situation is going
however
on. We can
decide,
ask him for his phone records.
That's fine, but once again, we should place him on a hold and then decide how we execute on this.
Yeah, him.
If we end up coming to the conclusion that we don't need to, let's say we even come to the conclusion that we don't want to do the raids, then we take him off hold. I mean, we'll have those answers within the hour, right? Better than them sitting down here.
Bingo.
Okay. All right, then give everybody on 24-hour hold. But we need to be working at it. We cannot just throw him in a 24-hour hold and just let him rot. And
100%, Bess. Okay. We've been awake for 40 hours working on these cases.
Okay.
Yeah. I ain't stopping now.
You want me to handle Wayne then? Toss him in a hold?
Yeah, I think he should be on a hold. We also need to make sure that all this evidence is like just straight.
Yes, I need somebody. Okay, hold on.
I'll start looking through what evidence is in here right now and just make sure there's nothing missing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my evidence.
All right, everybody, I want you to take a picture of all the evidence you have so far, and toss it into the report and toss it into evidence locker, and you should be good. Okay.
Okay.
We'll handle the charges.
Is it? I have the picture of his pockets.
Everything like that. Just say and tell me where you got the weapons.
So wait, just take a picture of this evidence instead of actually inputting it? You mean?
No, we're gonna do both. You take a picture of the evidence and put in the report, and then also state where those weapons were found in the report. On top of it, you are gonna place the evidence inside the evidence locker, and you can go back tonight. Okay.
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 So make sure GSR is in there. Picture
Yes.
of their inventory. Picture of their pockets in there. Where you found the weapons in there. Weapon found.
So
in
when
Mr.
we
K.
catalog the weapon, state I got this weapon from so and so.
Chief, did you catalog Mr. K's possessions?
I did not know. We searched Mr.
Okay.
K.
Well, I mean, I searched him initially. Like, I'm assuming you had a gun that you took off him. That you
Did he have
searched
an M70 and Uzi on him?
He didn't have any guns on him when I got him, but I took him from the hospital. And that was it.
All right, hold on.
But yeah.
Who searched Mr. K?
Wendell, once I get the 2 guns off, I'll take the other 2
I
bottles
gave
of
you his
Oxy.
stuff. It's in your
I
locked
just put him
compartment.
into
Oh, that was you. Okay.
evidence.
I have Mr. K
Oh,
stuff
okay.
then.
All right, I'll just
Alright.
take a. I'll just. How do I?
All right, get all sorted.
Oxy doesn't have cereal,
No.
so I'll just take a photo. I need.
Blim, can you help her with the charges?
I already threw them up.
Well, I have the photo.
Okay, gentlemen, I have some bad news for you guys. Okay.
Impossible,
Right.
impossible.
Lay it on me.
Everybody here is gonna go on a 24-hour hold while we investigate further
no,
based
I'm
on the
not.
investigation.
Alright,
Yes,
you
you
heard
are.
that. You gotta
actually.
be kidding me.
No, I'm not.
Wait,
You
why?
I can
Bullshit.
assure you we'll be
Bullshit.
working very hard within the 24
Sorry,
hours,
Tony.
and I'll not let
Tony,
you
you get a
sit there in
48-hour
jail.
hold.
What the fuck?
Well, pending
For 24 hours for what?
to investigate further based on the incident that transpired and the
Investigate
evidence
what?
that was
What
tampered
happened
with.
there?
All right.
What
Right?
evidence?
Let them go, Bass.
Wait,
Instead of sitting here and waiting and doing absolutely nothing, I'd rather send you on a 24-hour hold. I will do our job right.
I didn't even do nothing, man.
You have to tell us, like, what's the reason?
You've yet to tell me what I've done.
For the
you've done? We'll
interference and
investigate.
attacks and
Get
raid,
the
and
bingo.
based on the fact that explosives were used in an attempt to
Yeah,
stop
but
the
what
raid,
did I do?
you're linked
What
back
did I
into it,
do?
Mr. K.
Bash,
I didn't even do nothing, man. I just woke up and tried to drive my car.
I didn't have any explosives.
So how do you plead to that?
Charge me with something, man. Charge me with something.
38.
Mr. K, I would love to. That's what I'm working on, actually. I'm working on
any
getting the
explosives.
charges
What did I
correctly.
do?
I want to make sure I get it right and not charge you with bullshit charges.
But what did I do?
Well, I believe you're involved in the attack on the raid.
Why?
So I was just
Because we live our little soul.
Sure, I was as well.
How could I be involved in an attack when I'm GSR negative, man? I didn't even do nothing.
Listen,
Just
based on,
laying in the bush. I didn't do nothing.
based on the timing and the Lambo being exploded and everything, and being at the location where raid transpired, there is enough reasonable to believe you guys were involved.
I'm GSR negative,
I
man.
don't think
Bash,
so.
Bash, can I ask you a question quick?
Sure,
You
go
know
ahead,
when,
Randy.
when we were coming here, there was a car that blew up. Did you guys get the person who blew it up? Because that's your terrorist right there.
We were chasing after him. I'm not sure if they caught him or not.
What
Why
would
are
it
you
matter
blaming us
even
for
if...
have a little
what that guy
discussion
did,
about that one,
whoever it
Bass?
was?
Yeah, sure. I'll be back, okay? I'll
Actually-
keep you guys updated, right?
So you
Yeah,
could do your
get the guy who
24-hour
actually
holds,
blew it up, not
actually.
us.
Yeah, this doesn't make sense. I do
Hey,
see.
Bass.
Yes, Spirit.
I'm not
Was
sure
it
what-
335?
So you got Miguel in the second interrogation room with
what
Murphy
was
Brown.
353?
They both got their shit.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
So
Yeah,
if
so
you need
Murphy
anything
had
from
this
them.
35,
sorry,
60.
not Murphy. Miguel had
No,
things
Murph-
as a common, right?
The last four numbers, 35.
Yeah, what did they have?
Well, if he had any weapon, he's in direct contravention of his bail hearing.
Hang on.
We take his
I
Lambo and
wouldn't
about
mind
5
this,
million or some shit like that. Check his profile.
Wait, did he have something on him?
They said they found stuff. Okay, so we chased that vehicle. Vehicle beached,
is it?
not beached itself.
This is gonna be weird.
Watered
That might
itself.
be
We had to break
potentially
off for
projectile from an
refuel.
RPG.
We
I
came
don't
back.
know if it
We
works
found
like
an
that. That
individual,
doesn't really
Rami
make a
Al
lot of
Rahman,
sense.
swimming through the water.
Mm.
He swam all the way to the beach. Trooper Ripley and Deputy Collins arrived with him.
Makes sense
He kind of continued to walk off, complying but not really complying for a while, until eventually he just kept saying that he was going to an event. Eventually complied to a GSR test. He was GSR positive. He was patted down, had no weapon on him, but continued to walk away. Collins says he was 95% certain that he was the driver. They had similar hair and sounded the same.
Nothing coming back to
But
K.
essentially, he was let go because
Not to
claimed
K.
they didn't have enough.
K loose.
I-
mentioned it. That
Not gonna lie,
there was a gun, maybe they
screamed
hadn't
over the
seen
radio multiple
before.
times, put the man in cuffs. Like, this man needs to be arrested. GSR negative,
AKs,
swimming away and fleeing from a
MI5
vehicle. We're 95% certain he was the driver of it.
You mean GSR positive?
Positive. Yeah, sorry, positive. He was positive. 100% of GSR positive. The vehicle fled from a scene that just RPG'd 4 officers.
And it doesn't match
Right.
the weapons he had on him.
Oh, he did?
I'm looking
Oh.
for his
Okay.
Wayne's possession.
So he's now free. He's now in a helicopter flying around the scene. Officers are also swimming around trying to see if they can find the RPG.
Explosive we haven't come across.
So the RPG's in the middle of the ocean, basically, trying to say.
Yes.
Yeah, we can-
The vehicle, Rami on Ramen, has been left free because Ripley
We
says we
can
don't have enough.
dive down and get into that car.
We've
If
gone
you're-
into the car. The boot and the glove
Alright,
box
I'm
were
gonna put that
clear,
one aside.
so he would have discarded it in the water. It's just who finds it first, essentially.
It's gone.
Okay.
Okay, wasn't
All right,
expecting that.
I have turned in everything. Gotta go.
Oh yeah, I'm calling Mr. K.
Oh, I'm so
What
sorry.
the fuck, Fury?
Sorry, I just have so much pent up aggression because I didn't shoot enough people.
Yeah, is that it, or is it because of Mary? You're dating Mary Mushkin.
I'm not dating her.
You're okay,
just-
she's got your kid.
Well, I just held her handgun. I'm sorry, I'm dead.
Hey, we're in the
That one's
parking lot,
already
Beth.
listed.
Which parking lot? Hey, I don't think I can hold K. There's nothing coming back there. Not even DNA or casings.
And you know what?
Wait,
listen,
what?
I'm not gonna- she
Yeah,
ain't
he's
even
GSR
pregnant.
negative. Nothing's coming back to him. I checked all his weapons.
Um,
I don't think I can hold K. Nothing's coming back. Not even a DNA, a single fucking casing. He was just in the car.
how did
I said-
we just shot him?
He
Wait, hold
left-
on.
Wait. I have
Wasn't he in the car that fired on you?
No, he actually was the driver. I took him down first before anybody else.
Oh, so
he's
he
an
was the
accessory.
driver and his passenger was shooting at you?
I believe so, yeah.
That sounds
Yeah.
like he's an accomplice to trying to kill you, which makes
Yeah.
him accomplice to the rest of it.
Right, but I'm saying
Yeah.
there's nothing from the shootout that I can link back to his gun or DNA. All I got him is basically driving a car away from the compound. That's
Did
all
you
I
check
got
his
so far.
hands, like any fucking
No GSR,
GSR, anything
no
whatsoever?
Yeah, mhm.
I'd say 24-hour hold, and I'll take the flag.
It's not about taking the flak, okay? I just need to know what I'm looking for here.
Well, so I mean, if he was a driver of someone who's actively involved in shooting us and then, you know, helping destroy Miguel's property during a raid of a known associate, then we need the 24 hours to get not just the subpoena, but the potential raid warrant.
Okay.
So even if he didn't open fire, that does make him look less innocent. But, you know, once again, I think it comes down to he was involved. Do we want to have him wait down here while we deliberate, or, you know, wait up in Bolingbrook for, you know, the hour or whatever it takes us to, you know, get everything together?
Sorry, give me a second.
Brian, while there's all this going on, I'm gonna call Crane over here.
Yeah, but
if
let
we,
me talk to Crane. So just in case he gets busy, I want to make sure he understands the full scope of what I'm about to explain to him. Let's get Amber what she needs first.
Brian, I'm gonna be
have
honest. Just looking at everything, I'm not gonna hold him for 24 hours. I think we lock down their
Okay.
properties and then we just do subpoenas and raids. It's simple as that. Throw them in jail, all right?
I actually agree with that. I
Okay.
think that under these circumstances, I think the line in the dirt that we really need to push through right now is Wu Chang. If we wanted to,
We have a big
them
case against Wu Chang
pending-
right now. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, if we wanted to hold them pending the search and seizure of Wu Chang, since we are not capable of properly locking down that building, I think would be good with that. But holding them pending the phone subpoenas and everything else, I mean, just ice them out of their fucking properties. I mean, I think we accomplished the same goal that we're looking to accomplish by literally,
Okay.
I like just send somebody up to the courthouse, lock down every fucking one of their properties.
Okay, I'm willing to fold.
And I'll be honest with you, if they're looking at a decent amount of, I mean, fuck me, hold on. Did this law change? It might be held until trial.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, on a different law that didn't get updated.
Sorry, I'm hella fucking cooked. What's
What
going
happened,
on?
Monday?
Pull up your
Yo.
MDW, type in witness tampering, look at the last line. The killing or attempt to kill or use of physical force, threat of physical force, intimidation, blah, 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 hinder, delay, prevent testimony before the court, or an attempt to alter or destroy the evidence or testimony to be produced.
Oh.
That Lamborghini was
well.
subject to a search and seizure warrant by order of the court. Further, it was an item of bail conditions, which means if it was destroyed, every fucking person that's there is at the very least an accomplice to...
No, that is literally what I was trying to say. That's why I brought up the destruction.
Well, then why didn't you use the... Why didn't you talk about the statute?
I've been saying it, but my main premise here is, look, let's not make them wait in the cells while we deliberate how we go forward with all this.
Now, I will say I'm pretty sure this is one of the statutes that's like a trial case, but not a held until trial case now. I think our held until trials are still just murder and terrorism. So
we should probably just...
That's why you wanted to talk to Crane, right?
Yeah,
but
that's
if we talk to Crane,
talk to Crane and bring him down here. I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. But...
I can call him. If we talk to him, is it going to conflict him out of signing these and potentially...
Crane is already super conflicted, and he's...
With this entire thing, yeah.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah.
Give me a sec.
And then we're gonna go for the subpoenas on all of these folks. Check if
So
they
what are we
any
doing
relationship
again?
with
Sorry,
Miguel.
I'm like fighting two things at once right now.
These guys are facing potential hot charges.
Oh, Lord have mercy. So
like I'm saying, I want to reiterate that...
I don't think it's a proper hut charge. I think it's a regular trial charge, but they're still looking at a high-level offense.
Yeah.
I want to...
Except for Miguel. Miguel might just be fucked. That's basically the too long didn't read of it all.
Where all the processing people go?
We're in the back parking lot, but we're deliberating currently.
Oh.
Just be on standby.
I'm going 42. You close for me?
Just make sure you get a written statement of whatever you witnessed during that taken down.
Yep, everything's already in the reports channel as well as all the evidence taken.
Perfect.
Alright, and we're gonna start just writing up the baseline for the SNSs.
If you want to wait until I'm done with the search and seizure that I'm putting together for Wu Chang and Jalen's apartment or whatever it is that he has, I think it's apartment. I think it's like number 9 over there.
Ooh, then I can just copy paste it.
Yeah, you can utilize what I've got and then just add the stuff that you guys are layering in from the prior investigation.
Yeah, thanks for doing the hard work, Fun Dad.
One of the AKs that Jalen had 3 guns on him. One of the AKs had 3 separate counts of gang-related shooting on it.
Ooh. I hit him with all of them.
Do you want me to just throw it on these charges?
Yeah,
yeah. Just check him on toss him on these charges.
Did you ever call Crane and get him down here?
Yeah, he didn't answer. He might be busy currently. I texted him and told him it's an urgent matter and to call me back.
Hey, Crane, do you think you can come down to MRPD? We've got something we want to run over with you. It's regarding a hard charge. What's
up? Bro, it's like that?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm fighting 2 battles at once. Okay, all right. Shit. So what are we doing over here? Ryan.
We're doing paperwork.
Is the hold necessary?
The hold was given to us for these sort of cases.
But we had a discussion. I'm gonna be transparent with you. We had a discussion in High Command chat, and the hold shouldn't be used as a way to, the way it shouldn't be weaponized in a way to hold people because you believe.
We are not weaponizing it. right? We're instead of us deliberating for 30 minutes, now Crane is coming down, us talking here while these guys are separated in the cells, not being able to do anything. They get to be down at Bolingbrook for that same duration, you know, hanging out, talking or whatever while we figure out what we want to do. And then if it turns out we're not, you know, holding them, you know, they're going to be out in 30 minutes to an hour. And in the worst case, we do come to the conclusion that a raid does need to happen. And now they're in there for that 1 hour and a half, 2 hours for us to complete the raid. Like, I don't
Crane
think that's
is, coming
weaponization.
in.
That's the exact reason why 24-hour holds were given to us.
Because it's possibly a hut charge, Bass.
Right,
That's
but
what
I'm-
we were talking
but
to
I-
Crane.
What I'm saying is, I'm gonna throw them in jail anyways, right? Does it matter? Not gonna lock down their properties right now. Does it matter? They can't do anything about it.
I'm down to go with whatever direction. I mean, that's just kind of my opinion.
I say we throw them in jail and we lock down their property if we're looking toward that. That's all it is.
Okay.
If we're gonna be pushing for a
Crane-
raid,
Crane's coming over, so.
Can I play devil's advocate here, sir?
Go ahead.
What's to say they don't just get out of jail? So I'm assuming they all have stashes outside of their properties. What's to say they don't get out of jail and we just don't do this all over again?
That's most likely what would happen.
That's also my fear as well. But the thing about it is we don't know about their stashes. We know about their properties, right? We're raiding on their properties, not their stashes. We don't know their stash house. If we knew their stash house, then I can agree with you.
I understand that, but I mean, if I'm again just playing devil's advocate here, so what's to say? And this is wouldn't this be so it's under a current terrorism charge, right? So I mean, are they accomplice? How does that work as well? But I mean,
We're not
let's
pushing
say-
that though. We're only pushing. I mean, Brian, what we're pushing for based on what happened with your raid, right? What evidence was tampered with to believe that there's enough to push that hot charge you guys talking about? Is it witness tampering?
Witness tampering.
A vehicle that has storage containers, which has evidence that may be linking to the we were looking for weapons used in the release of Michael Simone, also tying back to Miguel's previous case. If we found anything in there, who's losing that vehicle?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that vehicle is clearly shot at
Okay.
with 2 RPGs. It's not a surprise that, like, of the 15 random, the 15 other units
No,
there,
here's
that it
the
was those
issue.
rockets came directly to us.
During our transport back to Pillbox Medical, there's an RPG that was shot at police again. How are we sure that that person that shot the RPG?
I feel like they're based on ground units who were present for the explosions might have a different take on this. From the sky, it looked like there were a minimum of 2 shooters with explosives.
There was 2 rockets that
Yeah,
fired.
but there were two
two rockets
RPGs.
simultaneously, and approximately 3 to 4 seconds later, the third one hit.
Yep, it was
Which
a
means
2-door like sports coupe, like either dark blue or like dark grayish in color. Because what happened was, Amber started getting into it, and I heard this, and I look over and I see 2 rockets coming right at me.
Bunny, what are you thinking over here? You think a hold is a good idea? I just don't think it's a good idea, but
No, I don't.
I
If
don't-
we were gonna hold them at all, I think that it would be piggybacked off the idea that we are applying for this Wu Chang search and seizure, because we have no reasonable means to lock that business down, and these individuals clearly pose a direct threat in that area that we have to work like a motherfucker to contain. The other properties, we're capable of locking those down. We can ice them out of them. There's, we're going to be waiting for X period of time for phone records and subpoenas to come through. I don't see the justification in holding them for those. If we're going to hold them for anything, we hold them for Wu Chang. That's my standpoint.
And are we pushing for that Wu Chang warrant?
I'm about to submit it.
Can someone also make sure Crane gets to us? I really need to think about
He's
the
here.
battery.
I got it,
just swam
Cooper. I
downstairs.
just told him we're
Okay,
back here.
just perfect.
Okay, so
I really need
I'm gonna
to
hold them
be-
for the Wu Chang thing, Brian, not the thing you happened with your incident with Michael Simone. Okay.
I'm gonna reiterate one last time. My only reason for sending up there is so that we're not deliberating here for an hour while they wait in the cells.
All right, sounds good. Then let's do that then. Okay, I'm gonna set them on a hold. Winston, can you do me a fat solid? Can you go up to the
What's that, sir?
penitentiary and get Wayne on a 24-hour hold as well?
Yes, sir.
He's up there on the hold.
Hey, Crane.
Hello. I was just running around all of MRPD looking for you because I definitely didn't get told by thousands of people that you were here.
Oh. Wait, I texted you.
Oh yeah, I love that. You know, actually, what was my favorite one is I was trying to look for Miguel's vehicle, and it was gonna be in the center of the the compound. It's like it's definitely in the compound. Guess where it wasn't? It wasn't in the compound.
All right. So what's going on? Something something. I see you like
Okay, so
a
I've
bunch
got a
of
very...
Chan Gang people in the cells.
Yeah, but before things get too convoluted, I've got a very simple question for you.
Yeah.
Okay, two very simple questions. Are witness tampering charges that still intended to be used in the evidence of permanent destruction of evidence that's going to be presented at a scheduled trial? Because I noticed that that is not one of the ones that was changed, but the last portion of that, like, quote-unquote hut still includes or an attempt to alter or destroy evidence or testimony to be produced, which means that a complete and utter destruction of evidence would be covered by it.
By the way, if we're doing the thing you talked about, Bundy, we need an officer watching that building 24/7 because there's plenty of people that got access to that place that can move shit in and out.
Okay, can we get a marked unit over there? Somebody just in a CPPI or something? I can just sit in the skate park across the street, really.
Yeah, I can work on it real quick. Hold on. Let's see who's around.
Chief, do you want to review my warrant on this?
Send it. By the way, Brian and Amber and Cooper, which one of you pushed for the warrant on Kent Larp?
I did.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I already way ahead of you, Bass. I had a conversation.
Okay, yeah.
What happened?
With Cooper, I had a conversation just now.
Okay, did you guys talk about that already? Is that sorted?
No,
I talked to Cooper, but
happened?
not the rest of them, so you should go through it.
Okay. Why was he not questioned at all? After the raid or before the raid?
Huh?
Yeah, why? What?
Bass is asking why there was no attempt to bring him in,
To do
arrest
questionings
him,
prior
speak to
to
him,
do that?
anything.
Yeah, why was there no attempt made to, also Miguel is calling right now. Yeah, I'll call
Oh,
you
is
back.
he still in interrogation?
Sam, I'm losing my mind on here.
Yeah, we're
I
talking.
could be on a jet
Yeah,
to the fucking Bahamas right now, sipping on some pina coladas.
I know.
fucking some bad bitches.
There's a lot going on, Miguel. Sorry to make you wait. Be patient, my man, right?
All right.
I'm asking after the raid was conducted, right? Or before the raid?
Or before?
Why was there no questioning? Or why was he not brought
Well,
into
after the raid, we got blown up. So
Yeah, no. After the raid, okay, we got busy with Chan again. That's fine. What about before? Why don't you just bring him into like the cell or like an interview and be like, hey, you start questioning him regarding what happened or what led up to that bombing. I'm asking you guys what happened.
I don't know what to say to you, Bass. He was spotted on scene of a bombing.
I get that.
After he was raided, and then he was already questioned
Well,
when
no.
he was detained
So
at the
before that,
command.
what Bass is getting at is, was there like, aside from the subpoenas and the involvement, right, and everything,
was he spoken
what
to
has
about the
Jaeger
thing?
has Jaeger literally even been seen by police, interacted with by police, talked to police, even whiffed police, right, in a way that concretely of
No,
prior
he
to him
wasn't
being
brought
raided?
into interrogation.
Why not?
To be honest, I can't really answer that question.
Okay, can you work
Are
on
we,
that?
are we saying that's something we should
Yeah, is that something
do?
that we need to be
like
doing?
what is the, I guess I feel like there's more to this than
If he's a bomb suspect, right? Or if he's a suspect in a bombing, why not question him and raid him?
Oh, it's more than that. It's more than being a suspect of a bomb raiding. He's in. Can I talk freely here in front of everyone? He's in direct contact with the #1 terrorist.
No, I
That's
totally
the
get
main
that.
reason for it.
So wouldn't we get him in here?
I'm saying, why not bring him in here and start asking those questions about the Simone case?
Yeah, but
Yeah, that is one of the things we should do. Absolutely.
We should do it. Yeah.
But I guess what it sounds like, are you saying that this is something that should be done before any search and seizures are done?
I'm saying that,
Brian, if let me put it this way, because I think I have a very thorough understanding of this after thinking through it. If, for example, you have a drug case where you spot someone going into a house and then making handoffs to locals, and they run away from you, right? And you lock down their house and you get a search warrant, you don't need to call them and be like, hey, do you want to come talk about what happened? Because you've already very clearly, like, they know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Or like, for example, if, someone does a bank robbery and they run into the All Street Apartments and drop off money bags, and you are in Air 1 and you witness them and they know they're being chased from the bank and all that, then like, I'm not thinking that it's like necessary for PD to like call them down. But for example, in this case where it's like subpoenas and allegations that amount to constructive, probable cause to potentially rape someone, kind of feels like they should at least be like called into interrogation first, or simultaneously.
I think that's a good opinion to have, Crane, and I can definitely respect that. And I'm not trying to be, not trying to be like flipping here, but I guess when we're sort of asked that question, it sort of has this like underlining implication that that is a step that should be a requirement.
It's not a step. It's just I'm saying like okay, if
you understand what do you understand what I'm trying to say here?
I'm saying is like if you guys made the connection that he's involved in the Simone case, why was he not brought into Mission PD for questioning further? And if you pled the fifth, then you've done your part of asking him regarding the case and took that to another step and went further. Does that make any sense?
I mean, it makes sense, but I agree with Brian. If it's not a prerequisite at the time, it didn't seem needed considering all the evidence that led up to the situation.
Sure.
When
I
there's
don't
like
think Brian, no one is saying here that it's like necessary. Like, I'm not saying that I'm like this should be a PD SOP.
Yeah.
We're just asking why it wasn't.
Yeah, no, I was.
But even the question, and I know. Is kind of like okay, well, where's that coming from, right?
From deep in my plums.
No, I'm just curious because I'm looking through everything right now, Brian, and then I'm trying to figure out exactly what has happened thus far, right?
Look, I'm just gonna step up and say something on behalf of the investigation that's been done. Could that step have been taken? Potentially, yes. Would it have been fruitful? Absolutely not, especially not with somebody like Jaeger, whose primary interactions is either screaming way too loud in our ears about wanting a ride along or kicking police officers when he rolls past on a motorcycle. I think what Brian's trying to say, without being able to articulate it because he's been up for 17 hours working on this investigation,
40 hours in 3 days,
is that a question like that undermines the work, effort, and discussions that have gone in on the back end. But Brian, you need to see it from the other side, because what the critique they're raising is a valid one and a step that could and potentially should have been taken. Whether it was planned to be done before or after is kind of dealer's choice on the investigator, in my opinion. In my professional experience, interrogating somebody before a raid has never proven useful. Usually you want to have all the cards in your hand so you can catch them slipping mid-act. But yeah, the chief's basically asking why it wasn't on the drawing board at all.
Well,
I think it is on the drawing board. I think so I can tell you that from I think the angle that we've been going at this is that we have a pretty good theory as to what has transpired, and we've been trying to use our investigative tools, be it the search and seizures, be it the subpoenas, in order to form a even further better understanding of our theory, right? Try to find supporting evidence to what our theory is. And then as that picture starts to formulate, there's going to be a point where bringing in bringing in individuals strategically and asking them those questions based on that mound of information that we have now at that point would make sense.
All right, fair enough. Let's handle chain gang so it's not sitting here for a long time. Are we all good
Also,
on this hold? Hold one thing at a time. Sorry. Are we good on this hold?
Wayne Biggs has already gone to sleep. I could not put him on a 24-hour hold.
Okay, that's fine. I'll handle it afterwards. I need votes here. Are we good on this hold? Because I don't know how it's gonna be useful. That's all. Unless we're pushing for that warrant that Bunny's talking about.
I'm okay with it either way. Like I said, I just don't want them sitting in the cells while we deliberate our actions. When we could, get their charges after the fact, or decide that we have to hold them longer.
Okay. Let's just throw them in jail for the charges. If there's anything we can try to push for a raid on, lock down the properties, and then go from there. If we get any subpoenas, anything further, then we can bring them down to Michelle PD. And if we feel like we need another 24-hour hold done, then we'll do that. Everybody good with that?
Did we go with the fucking what's it called? Whatchamacallit? Witness?
Yes, work on that. I'm gonna go work on the current charge right now and get them processed.
Do you guys need anything else
That is
from
a
me?
part. That's a part of the charges.
That's pending further discussion with the chief.
Oh,
And
okay,
I-
gotcha.
And frankly, it's separated enough that I would call it an independent action, or at the very least, a motive for what they did. None of them are
That's
actually being
perfectly
charged
fine.
with criminal use of explosives, which means it's not going to overlap. It's really just a question for Crane as to whether or not the
Eugene
charge actually
Zuckerberg
applies.
should have I watched him throw 2 grenades.
But let's rewind because I'm getting bombarded with a million things. Where are we at? What's going on? Bundy, restate your question.
God.
Okay, starting where we started the conversation. Does the charge of witness tampering still apply to the permanent destruction of evidence that is to be supplied before a court for a trial?
Chat, what is the hold gonna do?
Here's my problem.
Hold is not gonna do anything.
Was adjusted to have
We can lock down their properties
to be more accurate in
they
how I
can't
wanted
touch
it
it.
to be phrased.
What is the
But
purpose
it's
of a
still just
hold?
a misdemeanor for like 7 months or some shit. The problem is I don't know how to scale it to cases like this, right? Where like the evidence is like super meaningful.
If they got a stash house and grabbing shit out of it, you can't stop them anyways.
Part of a bail condition.
Why the Lamborghini itself wouldn't be evidence, would it?
Well, it was subject to a search and seizure warrant, and we're not able to do that because it was hit with 3 rocket launchers. Well, not the rocket launchers themselves.
It is.
That would,
It is
that wouldn't do
beyond
much
fucked.
damage.
That car
It was
is
the
beyond fucked.
Rocket-propelled grenades. That hit.
Yeah, I mean, I think you probably, I think you could probably get the mechanics to repair it, and you could see if there's anything, physical left in the, trunk and glove box.
I don't think there's anything. I mean, we're pending a full mechanic review, but we think that vehicle has been completely and utterly incinerated into a little cube.
Possibly into a cube.
Here's the
Yeah,
thing, John.
possibly
If
into
they
it.
attack
Which
another
is why we're
raid, it makes our
contemplating the
case
charge.
against
We're
them
waiting on that
stronger.
mechanic to get back to us and let us know if anything is salvageable. If it is, then obviously at that point the misdemeanor version of evidence tampering for the attempt to destroy those things would be more than sufficient. In the event that the Lamborghini and its contents wholesale were vaporized, and all that we're left with is the frame of the vehicle, that paints it in a little bit of a different light,
Am I good to process them, by the way?
Yeah, warrant for the big one's been submitted, so
Okay. All right.
we're just kind of.
I mean, let me leave Cade last and see if he's willing to let us go through his property as far as Wu Chang.
Yeah, I mean, you can ask him for consent. Consent's always better than a warrant.
All right, I'll go talk to him then.
Hey, do you guys need anything from me? I want to go to bed.
No, you should be good.
We should be.
All right.
Did
You
you
also still got Miguel in the interrogation room.